guys, so most everything is going to be voiced over, but I did just want to come on in and just say what we're going to be doing. So this is my sister, Samantha, my younger sister. She does not do makeup like me, so you can see today I have full everything on. We're going to do that on her. That is not her look, but we're going to do that today. So I'm going to go ahead and start out with, this is the Wander Beauty. She has dry skin like me, so we're going to moisturize her skin first. But before I'm going to do moisturizer, I'm going to do a face oil. I do have clean hands, so that is the most important thing when you are doing makeup on anybody, is to make sure that your hands are clean. And we're going to put this mainly on the outer parts of her skin because she's dry. So you don't want to put an oil in the middle. You want to put it on the outside of the space. And we're going to work moisturizer on the inward part. So for moisturizer, this is the #1 moisturizer in beauty right now. This is the Tatcha water cream. I'm trying to get it to focus, but we're having a hard time. It is a water-based primer. That is going to be for very dry skin. So you're not going to want to use a water cream if you're oily, because it's just going to make you more like an oil slick if you use something like that. And if you hear a truck in the background, it's my 5-year-old nephew, so ignore that. I will try to have music playing over this, and I am going to voice over it, so we'll just shut up from here on out and just enjoy it. Okay guys, so as I already said, I am just going ahead and moisturizing the face. What I'm going to go in with first is the Benefit Pore Professional Primer. This is a really good primer when you are working with anyone with large pores, which I can go ahead and let you know that that's 90% of us. So a pore filling primer is just going to make photographs and filming look 90% better. So we're going in with that first. Now, because she is dry skinned, I am going in with the Cover FX Water Cloud Primer as well, just to add some more moisturizer back into the skin. And just to have a more flawless canvas to work with. Now we are chit-chatting through this, so you will see us talking, but I am going to voice over this entire thing, so you will know exactly what I'm doing. If there is anything important that I do need you all to know, I will definitely voice in. Now I am going in here, as you can see, with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Luminous Foundation in 310C. Now this shade, you will see, is going to be about a shade darker than her. I am going in with the EcoTools sponge. However, I do go in typically with a shade darker anyways, just because I am going to, as you will see here in just a minute, I am going to go in and spot conceal with the Tarte concealer in shade Light, and that will lighten up this foundation a lot. You will see that soon. Now, the reason why I do go in and spot conceal afterwards, now if I'm working with someone with, you know, much darker under eyes, what I will do is I will go in with an orange color corrector first, but because we're just spot concealing and we're lighting up the foundation, I'm just going to go in with the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, and I'm going to go all over the face, and then I'm going to blend it all out with the EcoTools sponge. Now, as you did just see here, guys, I do think it's very important for me to say this. It's always important that you do blend the foundation on the ears and also down the neck and underneath the chin. This is very important so that it looks flawless and so that you can't see the line between where the flawless skin tone ends and your neck and chin begin. So I do think that that is very important there for me to say that. That's why I wanted to come in here to just say it's important to make sure that you do blend down the neck. I am going in now with the Covergirl. This is a dupe for Max Fix Plus. So this is the Covergirl Set and Mist setting spray. It is in the rose scent. It is just like the MAC Fix Plus rose scented setting spray. It is a dupe. 100%. You can get it on Ulta.com for $9. I'm now going in with the Kevyn Kwan Concealer in the shade SX01. This is a very thick concealer. You can already see my sister is starting to feel herself already, if you see her there in the camera. I am going to go in with this with a flat synthetic Morphe brush, and I'm just going to start adding that concealer underneath the eye. I'm not blending it out. I'm just placing the concealer where we want it. Now remember, this is extremely thick, so a little will go a very long way. So I'm just going to go ahead and start doing some of the blending for my beauty blender and just start to pat it down the eye. I didn't add very much product at all when I went and added that to her forehead, around her nose, on the sides of her nose, and on her chin. We just kind of went with what was left on the brush. I am going to go in with more with that Covergirl setting spray and just kind of wet the product. I'm showing you there that I am using the flatter surface of the beauty sponge to go ahead and blend that product out. I do use what I call the butt of the sponge to do foundation, but when it comes to blending out concealer, I find that the flatter side of a beauty sponge does a really good job for getting in those crooks and crannies. And my sister was telling me here that she has a really hard time with setting powder getting cakey and underneath her eyes, so I did want to make sure that that concealer was blended out to perfection, because as most of you probably know, with setting powder, it creases really bad when your concealer is not blended all the way out. So sometimes we leave extra product there. We don't realize that we're doing that. Now, when it comes to the forehead, I'm showing you here that blend that concealer all the way up to the hairline in the middle. And what you're going to do then is you're going to go in with your contour, and that way you can place the contour exactly where you want it, but the highlight in the middle of the forehead will stay there. We're now going in with the Chanel bronzer, the Les Beige, and we are going to go ahead and contour her face. I do like the Chanel bronzer for contouring because it is so natural. It's so beautiful. You're going to see here in a minute, it's just so flawless. And she was a really good face to work on. It was really a task because she does have such a small face. So when you're working with a small face, treat it as a normal sized face. Don't treat it any differently. So you can see there the little trick that I did tell you all on my Instagram. I'm still coming in to the arch of the brow. It's always important to bring the contour all the way into the arch of the brow. That does not change even with the smallest of faces. And I do also add contour underneath the lip. That does give that effect of your lips being more plump than they actually are. I did lightly contour underneath her jawline, and I'm showing you here that I am going in with just a liner brush, and I'm adding her contour to the sides of her nose. She does have a really beautiful nose anyways, but I am just slimming it up for her a little bit because she does say that it's too large, even though it's not. So that's what I'm doing there. And I do just pat out the product to make it look more natural. And then I do go in and blend it all together with what I call like the bum of the butt of the sponge. So I'm just blending everything in, making it look more flawless. You can see the center of her forehead right there glowing like that. That is what I mean by taking that concealer and blending it all the way to the hairline and then adding in. I am now going in with the Cover FX Perfect Setting Powder. This setting powder laid really well on her. She complained to me right here, that's what you're seeing, is that she hates setting powder. She says it gets too cakey. You can see her face getting concerned right there. I am tapping off the excess just because what I typically do anyway, I'm not really of a baker, but what I do is I do put most of the powder underneath the eye and then blend the remaining back down. So I don't really bake. And for her, because she was so concerned about the baking powder, creasing and all that, I did try to let her know that this was a very high quality powder and that it wasn't going to do that. But it looked so flawless on her. When all of her makeup's done, you're going to see that baking powder really did her some justice. what I am doing here, guys, in case you are wondering, is I am just going in and setting the rest of the face. And then I do go down at the bottom of the jawline and make what I like to call the chin strap. This just makes it to where when you do contour, you have those straight lines. So going in with the Morphe Megastar in Glam Bronze, I'm going to go ahead and bronze her up. This is a dupe for the Marc Jacobs Coconut Bronzer. It is gorgeous. Oh, that's such a beautiful color, and it's lasted forever. I ordered the new one. This is actually from their holiday collection. However, they come out with a new one, I believe around spring. However, this one is still holding up just good, just as well. And as you can see, this really like sealed the look for her. I also did brows off camera. I used all Benefit products. This is with the Benefit Precisely My Brow Pencil, Benefit Gimme Brow, and the Benefit 24-Hour Brow Setter. You can also see that I'm bringing that bronzer in up to where the arch of the brow is. And she has naturally fluffy brows, so I just really filled in the sparse areas. I didn't go too crazy. I love her brows. Look at that face there. Oh my goodness, she's just so cute. So what I'm doing now is I'm just going back over everything with the beauty sponge, and also going in and contouring just lightly her nose. And you will see also when I spray the setting spray, I go back over everything with the powder poof, just to make sure everything naturally melts into the skin. So you're seeing me do that now. This is also a trick to help everything like basically blend naturally into the skin. I am going in now and dusting away the little chin strap and showing you there how it created a perfect line on her chin there. So now I'm just sweeping away any extra powder that may be left anywhere, because we don't want any extra there. Okay. Now going in with the Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Airbrush Flawless Finish. Look at her. She's feeling herself to the max, you guys. Give her a thumbs up for being my model. Sorry I blinded you guys there. I am going in with the shade One Fair, and this is a beautiful brightening powder. I am going to go in, as I'm showing you there, on the flat side of the sponge and going ahead and brightening the under eye, the center of the forehead. I'm also going to put some on the bridge of the nose and on the chin. That brightened her up so beautifully. It's so funny seeing her so done up, because this is just not her vibe. So seriously, you guys, look at that bridge of the nose there. Just give her a thumbs up for being such a good sport and a good model. She looked so beautiful at the end of all this. She's beautiful anyway, but seeing her just, it was so good to see her all done up. So not adding any extra product, just whatever was left on the bronzer brush. I'm just going in and just kind of adding some more color to the face so it doesn't look so flat. Now going in with MAC in the shade Hushabye. This is a beautiful matte mauve shade blush. I am going to go ahead and rose up those cheeks. I'm also going to bring it on the bridge of the nose and on the chin. I am using here a Tom Ford. It is an angled brush. I also want to let you all know, if you all do have any questions that I can answer for you, or any videos that you all would like to see coming up on Morgan's Beauty Corner, please leave them down in the comment section down below. This one was highly requested, and it was a lot of fun to make. So whatever you all want to see, just let me know down in the comments. Now going in with the Becca Champagne Pop highlighter. I am showing you the shade there, but everything had trouble focusing. So again, that's Becca Champagne Pop. I am going to go ahead and highlight her. First, I am going to go in with the Covergirl setting spray and mist her face. This will make all of your highlights just more pigmented. So I am going to spray her face first, and then go ahead and highlight the higher points of the face, and also on the nose, the point of the nose, in the center of the forehead, upper lip and on the chin. That's such a beautiful highlight, just the way that it naturally glows. And with her already, she has like a medium skin complexion. It already, I am not flipping you all off there. I'm just showing you how pigmented that highlight really is. And so look there, just on the tip of her nose, that looks so good. That highlight is really made for her. And I'm just going back in and just touching up, not adding any extra product with the bronzer brush, and going ahead and setting that face again, guys. I'm telling you, with dry skin, it is so important. I'm taking a powder poof and just basically melting everything into the skin. With dry skin, it is always super important that you continuously add setting spray to the face as you go. Sorry if you guys are hearing a little bit of background noise right now.
You might just be using too much product. Baking is definitely not for you.
Now going in with the Pretty Vulgar. This is an eyeshadow primer. I'm going ahead and priming her lids with the same Morphe synthetic brush that I did earlier to add the concealer. I'm just using that brush as well to go ahead and put the eyeshadow primer on her eyes. And give me a thumbs up for how burn out that Morphe brush is. That Morphe brush has seen better days. That is the brush that I have had the absolute longest. I'm pretty sure that I have had that brush since I was 21. Guys, that was 9 years ago. So give me a thumbs up for keeping that Morphe brush this long. It is important to make sure that you do tap in your eyeshadow primer until it is fully blended out. One of the biggest mistakes that you can do is to leave it too liquidy and it not be completely blended out and it doesn't sit, and that's when you have eyeshadow creasing. I am going to go in with the Jaclyn Hill Volume 2 palette with Morphe. This has become my absolute favorite palette. I am going to go in first. As you can see there, I am going in with that Bone shade. I believe, yeah, but that shade name is Certified. I'm going to go in with Certified with a Morphe brush, and I'm just going to set that eyeshadow primer. This shade also does a really good job of highlighting the eye as well. So if you are wanting any type of white and underneath your eyeshadow look, this is one of the most pigmented whites that I have ever used. It has become an all-time favorite, holy grail of mine. Also, if you are interested in getting either one of the headbands that me or my sister are using, I got them off Amazon. Literally just look up makeup headbands. I will try to have them down in the description box. Now going in with the larger blending brush, I am going to go in with the shade Thick Skin, and I am just going to blend that into the crease as a transition shade. Now, with my sister's eyelid, she is saying here in just a minute, you're going to see her talk. She is saying I have smaller eyes, and that is one of the problems that I have with blending out shadows. I feel like they can't really be seen. The biggest trick that I can do, that I can tell you, is to put basically 2 dots on the eye, one at the end of the crease and then make the other one diagonal at the top of the crease. You'll see me do it here. 1 dot there, 1 dot there, and then you're going to blend over those dots, and you're going to create your own crease where it can be visible. So all you're doing with the transition shade is just I really just map out where I'm going to be making the crease. So that's what we're doing here. Another trick that you can do to be sure that you don't wipe off any of your makeup or move any makeup around is to use the powder proof or beauty sponge when touching the face as you add more product. I am just going in with that transition shade. I went in a little bit more and added a little bit more of that shade back in. Now going in with the more precise blender, I am going to go in here with the shade Crazy, or no, I'm sorry, Oh Hello. And it's more of like a pinky brown. You can see her there saying, oh my gosh, you're adding pink to my eye. And I let her know, no, it's more of like a pinky brown. And I do dilute it enough to where it doesn't show up hot, hot pink. But I do add that just to deepen up the crease a little bit. She cracks me up with her faces when she starts to love the way that she's looking there. Is it just me, or are we starting to look more alike? The longer this video goes on, I think we're starting to look more and more alike. It's so funny. People say all the time that we don't look alike, and right here, I feel like we're starting to look more and more alike. I am taking that original brush that I had the certified shade, the white bone shade on. I didn't add any product. I just kind of lightened up the crease a little bit, and now I'm taking a little bit more of, I think that shade name is Thick Skin in the Jaclyn Hill Volume 2 palette, and I'm just blending those two, marrying those two shades together. She asked for a more neutral eye, everyday eye. I did add a little bit of Morgan's Beauty Corner Glam to it though. And as you can see there, that did lighten it up quite a bit and made it look a little bit more neutral with a little small hint of pink. I'm now going in with my favorite ColourPop Super Shock Shadow. This is in the shade Sailor. You can see it on my eyes as well as hers. I absolutely love ColourPop Super Shock Shadows. They are my absolute favorite glitters to put on the eye. Their formula is absolutely amazing. And I ordered a bunch more shades, and Sailor just came. I started going in with the flat synthetic brush. However, it wasn't giving me the pigment that I wanted. So I did end up going in with my finger. I feel that they get their best pigment using your finger. And this shade is just so beautiful. That silvery shade with like the purple pink hues to it. It is absolutely stunning. And it looked so good on her eyes. Look at that. Wow. Doing pretty much essentially the same look on her that I did on myself. I did this on purpose. So everything that you're seeing me put on her is on my face. Everything. The only thing is we're wearing two separate lashes at the very end, but everything else was done identical to how I did my makeup. So it's just so funny to see her, who doesn't wear makeup like this at all, to be in full glam, full beat, exactly like me. It was so funny.
Woo, where you at?
I'm now going in with a crease brush, and I'm sorry, not a crease brush. I'm going in with a smaller dense brush, and I am going ahead and blending those two shades on the lower lash line, starting out with, I believe it's Thick Skin that I used. Thick Skin, and then going in with Oh Hello. She's starting to feel herself, people. Watch out. Going in with the Laura Lee Los Angeles Glaze Glit Kit. You all already know my feelings on this. I absolutely love it. I'm going in with the shade Diamonds. I'm also going to spray my brush with the CoverGirl setting spray. And I'm going to put this shade in her inner corner and also on her brow bone.
Yeah, I've got the bronze too, but it's
Putting the shades on your inner corner, a highlighting shade, always changes the game. It opens up the eyes to an even more just glam look. I feel like that just changes everything when you put that highlighting shade on the brow bone and inner corner. It opens up your eyes and just makes you look so beautiful. I'm then taking that original transition shade brush and I am going ahead and just kind of marrying everything together. It is one of my ultimate pet peeves when someone puts a highlighting shade on their brow bone and then doesn't go back in with the transition shade.
okay, guys. So
this is the finished look. We are using the Valencia lashes from Amazon on her eyes. We also went in with the Essence Mascara Lash Princess. She also has Milk by NYX in the waterline. And we have Charlotte Tilbury Chrissy lipstick on with a little bit of Honey by NYX on the lips with the NYX Lip Suede in Cookies and Tea as the lip liner. You can see her already fiddling with the lashes. She is not a lash person. Again, these lashes are in the style Dubai. They are the Valencia lashes. I will have them mentioned in the comments down below. For some reason, my camera stopped recording. But guys, how good does she actually look? And in comparison, the two of us, look at us side by side. It's wild watching this video right now. And seeing us here side by side, we look so much alike. It's insane. I can't wait to see her watch this and see what she actually thinks. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. I did all this talking here at the end for absolutely no reason because I just ended up voiceovering. But I'm basically just telling y'all how good this setting spray is and telling you all about my sister. She does have a Facebook page where she makes shirts however you want, like you could order off Etsy. So I will have all her information down in the description box. Please go follow her, buy you all a shirt. I hope you all enjoyed this video so much, and please subscribe. 53% of you all are stopping by and not subscribing. What is up with that? Subscribe to my channel before you leave. Turn on your notifications so that you can see my videos for when I do post, because I still am not monetized. And leave a comment down below of what you would like to see next time. What do you want to see? Let me know. That's the only way that I can know is by you letting me know. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will see you next time on Morgan's Beauty Corner.
Also, I will have my sister's social media below. She does t-shirts and stuff that she can make, like special made for you, kind of like an Etsy vibe. So I'll have everything listed down below. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.